What's up, everyone? I'm Dimebot, and welcome back to Flight Sim and the 2024 Favorite Places to Fly. We are going to be taking off in a rather famous spot in the United States today, Death Valley. We are at Stovepipe Wells in Death Valley National Park for our airport. There is also a Furnace Valley here, so you can take off from whichever one you want. We're going to be taking off from here. You can see on the map there is our basic geography, and let's go ahead and get going. Alright, here we are. We are in our DCH here. I'm going to leave this set to real-time weather because it looks like we might have some actually fairly nice weather. I'm going to go ahead and get rolling here. Now, Death Valley should need no introduction. Valley in eastern California in the northern Mojave Desert, thought to be the hottest place on Earth during the summer. And we are up and away, one of the joys of the Beaver here. I'm going to go ahead and set our flaps for climb as we bank out. And let's have a look around outside. Oh yes, absolutely beautiful view. One of the reasons the climate here is so harsh is because the elevation of the park. The Badwater Basin is the point of lowest elevation in North America, so 282 feet, that's 86 meters, below sea level. Now, if you're interested in also flying around and seeing what else there is to see around here, the valley is also pretty close to Mount Whitney, which is the highest point in the contiguous United States. Gotta love that word. Sitting at 14,500 feet, or almost 4,500 meters. Now, the reason Death Valley is so famous is because back in 1913, the United States Weather Bureau recorded a high temperature of 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 56.7 C at Furnace Creek. That's been disputed several times, and several other records taken during that time are in dispute. So, take it all with a grain of salt. Now, as much as I would love to continue with our amazing view here, I don't want to turn directly into the sun because, as pretty as that may be, it's not really that easy to fly into or to watch. So we're just going to flip around to about 2 p.m. and have a look. There you'll see Furnace Creek. Back off on the throttle on the Beaver a little bit here. Get it trimmed up. And there we are. Really, really pretty terrain. Desert's going to be some of the most interesting environments in the game. You guys notice there's not a lot of markers out here for points of interest. There's not a lot of points of interest out here because there is not a lot out here. Now we can get into the geology of what Death Valley is. It's technically what's called a graben, which is a dropped block of land between two mountain ranges. I know, fascinating stuff. But the most important and most kind of fascinating things about it is the climate. So it has a subtropical desert climate, and part of that is because it gets really, really hot during the day because of solar heating, because of the surface of the valley. If you guys look around, you'll notice, as we take a look out the window here, that it is, well, it's mostly sand, and it's mostly rocks. These are things that heat up during the day. And if you take a look off to our east here, as we bank over towards Furnace Creek, by the way, great opportunity to practice some intra-airport hops here with these two airports being so close together. But yeah, you're getting a lot of solar heating here, so this valley is going to heat up quite a lot. All right, let's level her off around 4,500 feet. Also, the valley traps warm air, and you have warm air coming in from regions adjacent to the mountain. Now, it does get also pretty cold at night. Overnight lows can dip pretty far in certain cases, but by and large, you're only going to see down into the 28s. But if you take a look at the minimums you will see down into the 40s and the 50s, all the way down from 100 degrees, so pretty severe swings. Now, Death Valley does not get a lot of rainfall, but when it does, the lowest spot in the valley fills with a wide, shallow lake, and then almost immediately begins to evaporate. And the lake is probably not going to be showing up for us today, unfortunately, depending on when the satellite imagery was taken. If you are interested, there's some pictures from 2005, and you would be amazed to know, or maybe not given the history of life on Earth, that there's a lot of stuff that actually lives down here. We got flowers that get water from the snowmelt, bighorn sheep, red-tailed hawks, donkeys, yes, wild donkeys. There are actually a lot of creeks, or excuse me, springs and ponds down there. Everything, of course, subject to the extreme heating. And looking at the desert below us here, just look at some of these fascinating formations. It's really cool when you can get up high and look at some of this stuff. So yeah, guys, that's just a quick look at what's here in Death Valley. There's a lot more to be seen. You can obviously fly to Mount Whitney if you want to. And taking a look at the VFR, we would have to hop over some mountain ranges to get anywhere else, so this particular plane may be a little tricky to do it. The Beaver was designed with the input of Canadian and Bush pilots, so we're probably not going to be clearing too many super tall mountain ranges with it. But really an interesting place to fly. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. If you have a place you'd like me to check out, leave it in the comments below. And if you're here to the end, well, watch time is key on YouTube, so thank you very much. My name is Dimebot. I'll see you guys next time.